Hey, Motorman here. And you know, when you're riding along, you go by a nice parking lot like this, it's great to get in a few minutes of practice. And I'm going to show you how to do that without setting up anything, just using the lines of the parking lot. Remember, we're going to use 3 techniques. Proper use of your head and eyes. The faster and further you turn your head and eyes, the better. The friction zone, that's the area of clutch travel between completely open and completely closed. We're going to stay in that gray area. And a proper use of the rear brake. Going to put a little bit of pressure on the rear brake. It's just a little helper. First thing you want to do is make sure you can do the slow race. That means you can creep along at about a walking pace. Keep your head and eyes up. Look straight ahead. Don't look at the ground. Keep the revs around 1800 RPM. And once you got that down, you can start running these lines. I'll show you exactly what I do to keep sharp. Here I'm simply running the lines like a snake, back and forth. Speed probably 8 to 10 miles per hour. I'm turning my head and eyes quickly. The faster and further I turn my head and eyes, the easier this becomes. In the friction zone, just a little bit of pressure on the rear brake. You should be able to, with a little practice, do this with no rear brake at all. And of course I'm using about 18-foot turns here, but whatever size you need, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's what you should be using, and little by little get it down to about those 18-foot turns. Most parking spaces are 9 feet wide. Now I was using 2 parking spaces wide. That's about 18 feet. That might be a little difficult for you, so use 3 parking spaces. It doesn't matter, this is just practice. I'm going to even do some figure 8s here. I'll keep it within the 2 parking spaces, but remember, if you're just learning this stuff, use 3 parking spaces, use 4. You can't fail this test. Nobody's going to come by and take your motorcycle license away because you can't do an 18-foot figure 8. But this will come in handy. And then I'm going to tell you all about motorcycle drop guards, because I know you're afraid of dropping that motorcycle. My main focus point here is that spot right between the 2 parking spaces. I call it the crossover point. Every time you pass that spot, look for it again. Right there, that's it. Turn my head, find that spot again, and run it over one more time. Again, turn my head and eyes, find that crossover spot. That's your main focus when you're doing these tight figure 8s. Why practice figure 8s? I know you're not going to do them out on the street, but it forces you to use your head and eyes to the extreme. And that's the point. The more you use the techniques, the better rider you'll be. All right, motorcycle drop guards. They are the best thing anybody's ever thought of for a motorcycle, because it completely takes your fear away. You got front and rear for the crash bars, 1 under the primary cover, and of course you got 2 on the opposite side. Once you use these and it takes away your fear, you'll be much more aggressive with your practice. And here's the best news. Right now, if you use RLAP 2023, you're going to save $50. That's right, 50 bucks. It's not going to last long, so get online, go to motorcycledropguards.com and get yourself a set before the price goes up again. This isn't going to last long. Save $50. Motorcycle drop guards are available for 2014 through 2023 Harley-Davidson touring motorcycles in either stainless steel or black. The sale price is $319.99. You're saving 50 bucks. Make sure you use the coupon code RLAP 2023. That's Ride Like a Pro 2023. No damage to the motorcycle. Doesn't matter how many times you drop it. No part of the motorcycle will actually touch the ground except for the drop guards.